Hey, I'm Corbin, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you today on the Refuel Devo. I want to take a second and go into Revelation chapter 4. Now, don't freak out. I'm not going to dive into a bunch of eschatology, but I do want to say something. How often have we found ourselves knowing the end of the story, but not letting that inform how we live? We know the end of the story. Our King is returning for his people. We're standing on our tiptoes waiting for that, but we don't always live like that. We have a song that we sing in church sometimes called "The King is Coming," and it's actually from this passage. You've heard the song and you know where I'm going with the lyrics. But some of the lyrics in there, it talks about the fact that death has been defeated. Death and all his friends have been defeated to hell with all of our guilt and all of our shame. Now, I'll tell you this. When we wrote that song, we were talking about that lyric. In fact, I even texted our resident apologist, Kurt Harlow, and said, "Kurt, is this theologically accurate to say to hell with all of our guilt and all our shame?" To which he replied, "Yes, theologically accurate, probably too edgy of a lyric." So of course, we put it in the song. But here's what I want to say about that. If we lived like we knew that death and all of his friends were defeated, I think that we would find ourselves in our daily lives speaking, singing, worshiping a little bit different. I think our vernacular would have things like, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." Because I think if we let that infiltrate our heart, infiltrate our soul, our worship and our lives would look so much different. We'd find ourselves in a posture of worship, even in the day-to-day, even in the mundane, as we go to work, as we go to school, as we're walking through the grocery store. We'd find ourselves in a state of praise. My challenge and encouragement to you today is to live and to worship like you know the end of the story.